Laying to rest the evil dead. Let's depart.
What can I do for you?
The time has come, Pinestone. If this Gaunt Lord's fell powers are truly the cause of the evil in the Trollshalls, he must be dealt with. We cannot allow him to muster any more of the dead and bolster his strength. Ready yourself, Pinestone. None shall keep us from this task. Right? So, alright, let's hurry then. I sent 8 warriors to scout the altar where we encountered Gundring, for it is likely that Firinder himself has claimed to Branderis. Let us move swiftly to find it. Yes, I've been waiting for the last 50 seconds. Alright. Something's not right here. Well, what else is new? What has Firinder done for you? Rest easy. Oh. The Gaunt Lord is not easily subdued. My warriors knew what he faced, and their training failed. Firinder's contagion has stripped everything from withered to naught but a husk. What new terror is this? Uh-oh. Fell spirits. Well, I guess that should be no surprise from a Gaunt Lord. I mean, what do you expect? Them to summon fluffy kittens or something? Actually, considering a Gaunt Lord, probably some caricature of a fluffy kitten that would really nauseate you, so maybe best not have one summon a fluffy kitten. Firinder must not be allowed to bring ruin to any more of these lands, or my kin, yeah. Why did you send us to our deaths? Well, you knew we stood no chance. All right. His disease consumed us all. You could have saved us. Well, it should be no surprise that they attacked after that, after all those recommendations. And always one of them likes to jump under the ground. Okay, 2 of them like jumping under the ground. He sent in 8, right? So that's the last of the spirits.
Megavanen.
Our foe expect us, Pinestone. This must be clear. Fendir's vile influence has claimed too many of my people and sickened our lands. His disease must be purged from the Trollshalls. I see only his foul servants here, but the Gaunt Lord must be nearby. Let us advance with care. I know, when you have 3 dots there, it always makes me wonder what's going to happen next. A Gaunt Lord! No, it's only a Gaunt Man. Wait. 2 signatures? Eek, good grief. Am I supposed to do something here? Oh. I wondered how many more elves. Be silent, my people, and these lands shall not suffer your pestilence any longer. Your reign ends today. Nothing shall keep my blight from Middle-earth, not even you, firstborn. Well, we'll see. Well, if I flub up like that, I'm probably not I'm probably not going to stop him either, right? Well, let's see what we can do. Uh-oh. I don't like things with countdown timers on. That usually means something very nasty happens when they time out. Ouch! Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh, he doesn't like being stunned. Oh, well. You can't be stunned like a polite enemy. Alright. What?! I had plenty left when that happened! Oh. Well, this isn't going too well. Well, what happens if I retreat? Alright. Of course they give you half. So run to the other side of the world in order to get back. I mean, really, one-shotting enemies I don't like, especially when you're in a class that can't take that much damage. I mean, sure, a guard could take it fine. I mean, see, when he grabs half your morale, especially when I had my button ready to hit a bubble there. I already had one bubble up. I was hitting a second bubble. Well, let's see. Hopefully Glorfindel is still alive. Looks like he is. Uh-oh! Not good, not good, not good! Glorfindel, hang on for a moment! Hang on, hang on, hang on! Hang on just a moment. Oh, come on! What? You have helped Glorfindel defeat Fëanor and his minions. Suppose I can't talk to him while incapacitated like this. You've got to be kidding. Some of these completion conditions are quite interesting, shall we say? Alright, well, what can you say about that? This is one of those instances which sounds like, now I could see as I, A, definitely have never done it before, and B, I'm not too sure I'm going to be too keen on doing it again.
What do you need?
Alas, for that Fëanor escaped. He is a dire foe and presents a threat to even the power of Rivendell. We will need to remain vigilant. Return to Master Elrond and let him know that how we fared against the Gaunt Lord. Yeah, like I was beaten into a shred twice.
Stay a
And that's
moment.
nah. Yeah, you see these tattered clothes on me? It's because of that crazy Gaunt Lord. Yeah. Right. Gaunt Lords. Those aren't solo foes. Those are raid foes. I mean, look, like, what? I guess I should take a close look on what level he was. He was at least an elite master. He might have been even worse than that. Almost killed Glorfindel. Knocked me back to the rally circle twice.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Lord Glorfindel is correct. Faramir's escape means that the elves of Rivendell must remain vigilant. With such a great evil loose in the world, Rivendell's security becomes so much greater import. Nevertheless, thank you for your aid. For a time at least, Faramir has been hindered. Yeah, right. So have I. And I guess our next step there is to talk to Glowing. But we also have other quests, for it's time for us to enter into the Misty Mountains. But I think there are one or two things we want to do around here first.
Sweet-eyed Melon, how may I be of service?
Let's see, I'm sure some of this stuff can be turned in as tasks at Glowing's camp, so I'm not going to sell all of that.
May I help you?
I'll probably have to find a good repair facility at some point. You know, I'm really desperate if I do it at full price. Usually I go to a rep vendor if possible. Oh yes, of course. I might as well check another auction house. Now first, before we go to the auction house, we do have a quest I want to pick up. And that will be down this way. Actually, it's possible to do this quest without picking it up in Rivendell. But I think it makes a lot more sense if you pick it up in Rivendell, since the continuity feels a little bit strange if you pick it up out in the wild. And alright. I forgot where you pick up the quest. Ah, there she is. Looks like someone who wants you to do a quest for her, right?
Will you lend me your ear?
There is much to do in the Misty Mountains in the north. The giants have begun to wander, and there are goblins throughout the fields. I fear our northern border is no longer safe. An old friend of the elves, Glowing, has his camp near the north of there. Find Glowing in the Misty Mountains and see what you can. She just wants me to talk to Glowing in the Misty Mountains. Right, they changed that quest for sure. The quest that she used to give you involved the snow lurkers that we'll be seeing probably in the next episode. And that quest still exists, but that quest now is auto-granted. I had thought that you could still pick it up from her, so that was the assumption of it. And that the auto-granted version was just an alternate way of getting the quest. Because the quest makes a lot more sense if you get the original quest from her. So usually, yes, auto-granted quests, they're nice and they make things a little bit easier. But that quest didn't really seem like one that really worked well with it, in my personal opinion. I think it was best to have her give you the quest directly. Especially since all the other steps of the quest are involve not getting your horse stuck on a pavilion. Alright. Yes, I've been to Rivendell with how many characters? Now let's go to this auction. I admit I don't go to this auction hall all that often. Now tell me, why are dwarves running the auction hall in Rivendell?
What do you need?
I haven't the slightest clue. Alright, class items. Rune-keeper. Search. Satchel. Level... what was this? A level 40? So we'll start at level 40 and we'll go to 45. Actually, we'll start at 30 just to give some range here. And so this is the only thing we have. Rune Satchel of Nested, which is level 40 crafted. It minus 5% healing attuned skill power cost. Plus 1 prelude to hope pulses. That's all it gives you is plus 1 pulses? That's it? That's it? Now I see why I never bothered. Plus 1. I mean, the power cost is probably going to be meaningless these days, since I haven't noticed any issues with power. And I don't know. Plus 1 pulses. I was expecting something more spectacular. At least something more interesting to make it worth the piece of silver there, the 100 silver that it was being charged for. Well, let's go to Gloin's camp. And that will be our trek into the Misty Mountains. So another new zone, a new leveling range. Now the Misty Mountains, they are, after the revamp, level 40 to 45. These to keep a rather broad range. 39, then jump up a bit, and eventually end at 50 for Goblin Town, but now Goblin Town's 45. So we'll see that as we proceed. Up here. I think you might be able to pick up a couple of quests here from these elves. Well, you used to be able to pick up a couple of quests here from a couple of elves. Actually, I think they moved those elves to another camp, which we'll see next time. But what we'll do next time is head into the Misty Mountains, where we will visit Gloin's camp, probably kill a few snow lurkers, and find out what else is in store. And of course, perhaps even continue with the epic story. That'll be in our next episode of Pine Leaf Plays the Rune-keeper.